What is up, Facebook? How's it going? It's Dave Simney, your 12-minute mentor and self-proclaimed collagen guy, coming to you live today. I'm in Warsaw, Poland. I wanted to just share with you, a lot of people have been asking about collagen and pets. So we're going to dive deep into that today. As always, feel free to share this post, tag anybody that you know that wants to hear about today's information, and of course, smash the heart button if you love what I'm talking about, and you can share this away if you want. So, first of all, my disclaimer, I am not a veterinarian, but I know some of the world's best, and another self-declaration here is that I am not a doctor either, but I've been studying collagen and hyaluronic acid supplements for over a decade, so I do know what I'm talking about, and I do happen to train many doctors on the benefits of collagen and HA. So let's talk about pets. Pets, I think there's like 70 million dogs in the U.S. Dogs are the number one pets, then cats. And it's interesting, I saw a horse the other day that was a brand new baby horse. And as you know, when a newborn anything, right, comes into this world, their joints are nice and soft and supple. For humans, of course, their skin is very soft and supple. Their bones and joints heal up very quickly. Why is this? Because they have an abundance of hyaluronic acid and collagen. Now, I want to just start with the parallel between humans and pets. And for the most part, we're talking specifically about dogs, cats, and horses. Now, have you ever heard that song, "You and Me, Baby, Ain't Nothing But Mammals"? Well, don't repeat the rest of it, but just know that we are all mammals. So when it comes to peptides that your body can absorb, these are the same, effectively, these proteins, right? Collagen, hyaluronic acid, and of course, chondroitin sulfate. They work the same way in pets as they do in humans. Now, there are some very distinct differences between pets, specifically in the joints. Let's talk about dogs and cats and horses. The knee joint is called the stifle, and the stifle is the closest thing that an animal would have to a knee. Basically, it's called the stifle, and that's a common area for injuries, especially as a dog ages. Horses have this as well. And then there's another joint specifically called the hock, and the hock, H-O-C-K, the hock is similar to an ankle in a human, and that is another common area. Of course, there are certain breeds that are more prone to injuries in this area than others, but the basic thing I want to stress is the cartilage is still made up of the same basic material in animals as it is in humans. So when you're talking about joint supplementation, you have to take it back to the benefits and the bioavailability and the source. Now, you want to get collagen and HA that's going to absorb into the bloodstream. Same thing as in humans. So the first thing we're going to talk about is bioavailability. Collagen has to be absorbable. The animal has to absorb it. I'll never forget in 2012 when I was the vice president of a company who was doing collagen. It's the same company that we have now, although I'm not on the corporate team. One of the things we did was we developed a horse product, a specific collagen HA liquid delivery system for horses. And at the time when it first came out, it was very pricey. It was probably at least 2 to 3 times what most horse trainers would spend on a joint supplement. Most on average would spend maybe $100 to $150 a month. This stuff got up to like $500 retail. We got it down to like $350 to $400 wholesale. But the important thing to understand was when we debuted the horse collagen, it's actually equine is what it's called, and it debuted in 8 of the top racehorses, actually down at Santa Anita Raceway, which right now they're kind of in the middle of a bit of a controversy over there in LA because a lot of the horses, they've lost 23 horses this year due to the track conditions. They're not really sure what's causing it, but what this collagen did was it helped those horses, specifically race horses that were undergoing a tremendous amount of training, tremendous amount of stress and pressure. The trainers that partnered with us wanted to give their horses the best, and the owners specifically are the ones that foot the bill for it. But if you have literally a split second can make all the difference. If the horse or the dog or the cat is not in discomfort, not in pain, then you know what? They are going to perform better and be happier. So when we debuted this, it was a big hit. Horses like He's Had Enough and Handsome Mike, you can look up their records. Just incredible run of supplements on liquid bile salt. I'll never forget when a horse that was in the Kentucky Derby debuted and took, I believe it was second place that was on our product. So very cool. So let me get back to kind of the main things that why the pets need this collagen. So specifically, you've got pets, as you know, age about 7 years is the dog's life to 1 human year. So after an animal is about 2 to 3 years old, they're technically starting to get up there. And by the time they're about 4 or 5, they need to be supplementing with some type of collagen. Now, I've stressed to you before why collagen supplementation is very, very important in humans, specifically because our bodies don't make collagen and hyaluronic acid after a certain age, and that also holds true with pets. The good thing about an animal specifically is the smaller they are, the less that they need to take. And so if you're doing it, by the ounce or by the droplet or capsule, or by the, dropping it onto their food. Ours is specifically a liquid, and I'll tell you about the difference in a minute. What's going to happen is they're going to just need less to be able to absorb and use that in your body. So let me talk about the key difference here in liquid. So most of the supplements out there for pets, horses and dogs and cats, is a powder form, and it's mostly derived from pigs and cows, bovine or porcine. Now what happens is, specifically, let's talk about the bovine collagen, they're taking hooves and bones and all of the throwaway parts of the cow. It gets really gross. I don't even want to talk about it. And they grind it all up and put it into a powder. Now, what we have found, and what I have found with our patented collagen, which is a liquid, specifically 7 patents, 37 trials that support it clinically, is that we have found the closest thing to not only human articular cartilage, but pet cartilage. And what happens is, when your body absorbs it on a molecular level, it will be able to utilize more of it. It'll actually absorb, and less will end up going out the other end, if you know what I mean. A lot of these supplements are powder, and they're very, very cheap. Now, the issue back at Santa Anita that the trainer was having was that the powder collagen would end up in their feed, and it would go down to the bottom of the trough, and they would lose a lot of it. Also, what would happen is not all of it would fully absorb, so they couldn't really quantify if it was working. When we launched our liquid collagen for horses, the equine collagen, it was delivered via a syringe submucosally under the tongue for the horse, and they'd put it directly into the mouth. There's a reason for this. Liquids are going to be much more bioavailable than pills. So this is very, very important to understand. And when you get the differences between pills and powders, then you start to realize, okay, liquids are the closest thing to like a straight IV of collagen and hyaluronic acid that there is. So that's the number one reason. You're going to find that the powders out there are much, much cheaper than any liquid source. Now, the other difference that you're going to find is the fact that you've got a bovine or pig, porcine type of a collagen, not highly bioavailable due to molecular weight. What does that mean? If it's too small of a molecule, it won't absorb. If it's too big of a molecule, it won't absorb. So you need the sweet spot. So ours is, again, geek out for a minute, 1.3 to 1.8 kilodaltons. It's the sweet spot for both humans and animals. Again, we're all mammals. Okay, so you've got the source, you've got the pill or powder. So in our case, it's a liquid. And the third and final thing that I'm going to talk about specifically is the coat, the benefits for the coat. Because originally, collagen was designed to help the bones, and we talked about some of the different problems as dogs age, the wear and tear in their bones. Dogs will either jump on the couch or not. There's no placebo in animals. So when you see a product working, you're going to know that it's working because the dog will tell you the signs. Now, this is a very, very important thing to understand. And so when we talk about the coat, though, a lot of animals suffer from dry coats, coats that are flaky, skin problems. It's just as true in all mammals specifically, but with this product that we're talking about, our liquid collagen, you're going to see a much better benefit in a healthy and shiny coat to help promote it. The other thing that our product does specifically is help to promote healthy renewing of cartilage, right? Supporting healthy cartilage existing and helping renew the cartilage. All of those joints, ligaments, and tendons need this collagen. So again, if your horse, your dog, or your cat is in that 4 to 5 year range, they've got to be supplementing with liquid collagen. So again, just the final thing I'm going to end on is this. The product you will know is working when your animal starts to see the benefits. Ours specifically is in a liquid, and I recommend that you do your homework. If you go on to any other site, and I'm not going to name the product specifically, but you can look them up, there are a million glucosamine, hyaluronic acid, collagen derivative type of powders on the market. I want you to try to drill deeper on those websites, and I want you to find the basis of any of them. Do they have clinical trials? And ours is a very clinical trial based. We didn't even have to do studies on mice or rats or any of that. Because it's so safe, we went straight to humans for clinical trials. We bypassed it. People ask me, well, are there studies on dogs or whatever? We bypassed all of that and went straight to humans. The human studies quantify that it works, that it helps, that the product is absorbed and increases the levels of hyaluronic acid 60-fold, 6,000 times in the animal within 28 days, and specifically also is proven to decrease discomfort and increase mobility for the animal. The proof is in the pudding. Again, not in this case our pudding that goes in humans, but we're talking about our pet liquid collagen that's available. It's actually very affordable. It's sold in a little droplet. It's a liquid, and you can deliver it right into their mouth, or you can drop it on their food. For a dog or a cat, for a horse, it's going to be a much bigger bottle. And depending on the size and weight of your animal, there's a chart that will tell you how much to give them. So what I want you to do is, if this has been helpful today, and you want to hear more about the liquid collagen that we have, that's the highest absorbable liquid collagen HA supplement on the market. It does have a beef flavor, but it's not a beef derivative. It's the very tip of the wishbone of the chicken. It's hydrolyzed. It's broken down to peptides that the dog, cat, and horse can absorb. Now, some people ask me, can this be taken by other animals? And I will just tell you that in theory, yes, but there are lots of animals that it's not going to be good for, like a cow or a llama or those animals that have multiple stomachs. Nor why would you want to give it to an animal like that? So specifically designed for cats, dogs, and of course horses. So tag somebody that has an animal that may be suffering right now. There is a private group that we have, and whoever shares this video, whoever tags you in this video, ask them about the private group that's literally got hundreds, if not thousands, of specific examples and videos and pictures of animals that have been using our liquid collagen. You've got to see them for yourselves. You can just go into that group for free, be a fly on the wall, take a look at it, and more importantly, just try it out for your dog or cat today. And of course, if you have a horse, of course, you can try it then. Thanks so much. This is Dave Simney, the Collagen Guy here, and you can like this, smash the heart button if you love it, and we'll see you on the next video.